It's November, and I can't believe we're in the second last month of 2023. Time has absolutely flown by, and as we're nearing the end of the year, I can't help but feel astonished by where Calgary's real estate market sits. If you think about it, our city continues to break records month after month. We're having the same conversations every month about new highs for prices, record sales numbers, and unstoppable demand as there's a lineup of people waiting to move here. But everything's starting to feel a little bit uncertain as economic signs and experts are starting to warn of things to come. So in today's video, we are going to take a look at a whole month of data and crunch it down to what you need to know most so that you can feel confident when you make your next move in Calgary. This is my November update. What's going on, everybody? I'm Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to dive through all the data, pull out the keys to success and the indicators of what's to come. So if at any point during this video, you find yourself thinking, man, that was helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there's more great content like this coming up soon. The biggest question is, what are prices doing? Well, that story has remained relatively the same. We saw prices increase again. Detached and semi-detached prices had modest gains over last month. However, they remain very strong year over year. Detached prices are 12% higher than this time last year and have hit a new benchmark high of $697,600. Semi-detached prices are up by 13% year over year and have hit a new benchmark high of $628,700. The more affordable sectors of townhouses and condos saw greater gains from last month, with townhouses growing by 1.4% and condos close behind at 1.2%. From last year, townhouse prices are up 19%. 19% in 1 year. Obviously, with that, the benchmark price has hit a new all-time high of $425,200. Condo prices follow close behind, up 16% from last year, and a new all-time high benchmark price of $316,600. Now, while the numbers that home prices are starting to hit is getting pretty shocking, the fact that this trend continues month after month is definitely not. The strongest evidence to support this is that demand continues to be sky high. Nothing makes this more clear than when we consider the sales volume for this time of year. With 2,171 sales for the month, we just recorded one of the all-time highest months of sales in October. This is also 17% higher than last year and 27% higher than the 5-year long-term average. Now, this brings up an interesting contrast to how everyone was feeling about real estate just a year ago. Last year, this time, the initial response to interest rate hikes was in full effect. There was a lot of fear in the market as people were uncertain of what was to come. Canada's prime rate had just hit 5.95% and markets started to slow. Fast forward to now, and prime sits at 7.2%. The benchmark price for a house in Calgary is up nearly 10%. And we're seeing near record number sales for the month of October. It's a bizarre shift, but it provides a valuable reminder that oftentimes what we think is going to happen doesn't, even if experts are saying so. There's a reason they say time in the market is better than timing the market. Honestly, at the end of the day, what matters most is your situation and if it's the right time for you. Not what some experts forecasting, not what anybody can tell you. It's your situation and your choice. That's all that matters. Now, if we're speaking about unbelievable things, condo and townhouse sales are on a historic pace. Both sectors saw record sales for the month of October. Condos had 641 sales and townhouses had 375. Now, those numbers may seem modest on their own, but in context to the past 10 years, they're mind-blowing. Condo sales are up 47% from last year and an unbelievable 118% over the long-term 10-year average. Townhouse sales are up 17% from this time last year, and they're up 66% from the long-term 10-year average. It's an absolute understatement to say that there is huge demand for affordable homes in Calgary. Now, looking at detached and semi-detached sales numbers, they were pretty average. There were 976 detached home sales and 179 semi-detached sales. Sales in these two sectors are really being slowed by exceptionally low inventory levels. Market-wide, inventory is down 40% compared to what is typically available this time of year. There were just 3,190 units of inventory. That's down 18% from last year and down 43% from the long-term 10-year average for the month. I've been talking about how tight inventory has been all year, so this isn't anything new, but it is by far the most significant data point in our market. Due to the pace of sales currently, despite having the highest number of new listings for the month of October dating back to 2015, there was no significant shift in inventory. Detached homes are looking at the lowest inventory levels ever recorded for the month of October. Semi-detached inventory levels are the lowest they've been since 2005, and they're nearly 50% off of what's typically available. Townhouse inventory is also the lowest it's been since 2005, and condo inventory is down 32% compared to the long-term average. What makes this inventory situation even more dire is that when we focus in on affordable homes priced under $700,000. This chart really shows how low numbers are getting. And keep in mind, this is in comparison to the last 3 years where the market has been on absolute fire. If we were to expand this back even further, the numbers would be even more shocking. Options become even more scarce when we look at the detached and semi-detached sectors at these price points. As we saw in the sales data, people are turning more and more towards townhouses and condos as the price points are far more attractive and there are more options available to buyers. But a telling sign that conditions are going to get even tighter in these sectors is if you look at how many condos are available for $300,000 or less. Last year, that price point made up 53% of inventory. Right now, it makes up just 38%. And I personally think this number is going to continue to shrink, mainly because the existing inventory is going to be bought up, and it's also because condo owners are going to see the sale prices that condos are selling for, and they're going to start testing the limits that they can list their condos at, and eventually there will be so few under $300,000. One area of the market that is a little bit more balanced is properties priced over $1 million. This is the only area of the market that didn't see conditions tighten over the past month. In fact, we're actually starting to see properties sit on the market a little bit and experience some price reductions. Now, I think this is largely due to the overwhelming demand for more affordable priced options, but I think there's also a role on the homeowners here. I think a lot of people are chasing the pricing trends that we've been seeing over the last few months. Unfortunately, it's just not there anymore right now. So homeowners, pricing your home to be competitive with other homes on the market and to be competitive with new construction options is more important than ever if your price point is around $1 million or more. The buyer pool is much tighter. They have far more options to consider, so your chance of seeing competing offers is much less. So to bring this all together, if there's just one thing you take away from this video, let it be my next point. With how our market currently is, the inventory issues, the sales volume, homeowners are going to continue to test price limits when they list their homes. Here's an easy way to envision this. Say there's a property on market right now for $449,000. That property gets an insane amount of action on it. It has multiple showings and it gets multiple offers within the first 12 hours. Later on, it sells for $490,000. That $490,000 sale price now becomes the new benchmark for the community. The next listing that's going to come up of a comparable home is going to use that $490,000 as a starting point, and the cycle repeats itself as more and more properties sell. Now, this isn't an exaggeration. That hypothetical property, it was actually one I sold in October. We had 9 offers in just the first 8 hours and did sell for $490,000. So if you can understand this concept, whether you're buying or selling, then you are prepared for what this market presents. So that is my November update. Thank you for staying tuned in until the end here. I actually do want to know what your thoughts are though on real estate markets. Whether you're in Calgary or you're in a different city or a different province, what are your thoughts on your city's real estate market? Or what are your thoughts on Calgary's real estate market? Seriously, go down, drop a comment right now. I want to hear your thoughts. But that's it for this one. So until next time, we're out.